He thought his pranks were harmless until I made him smell justice. Lately, our son had developed a habit of pulling gross pranks on his sister. It started small. He farted near her once, saw her gag, and decided it was comedy gold. Since then, it spiraled, holding dog poop bags to her face, blowing his morning breath at her, burping, basically anything he could do to make her gag. And she hated it. We told him, but he'd just smirk and say, "It's just a smell, I'm not hurting her." Except he was. Maybe not physically, but emotionally? Yeah. Disrespect. Repeated boundaries crossed. So I warned him. Next time, I'm going to make you smell something you won't be able to handle, and you won't get to stop smelling it just because you hate it. He rolled his eyes. Thought I was bluffing. I'm a vet tech. I don't bluff. He struck again, burped in her face, and laughed about it. That was it. My daughter and husband packed for a mini getaway while I got to work. I gave him a heads up. His punishment was coming. He shrugged and followed me to the backyard. There, I revealed the jar. Inside, the ripe, gag-inducing contents of 12 anal gland expressions from some particularly aromatic dogs I'd seen at work. If you know, you know. I told him he'd be taking 3 deep sniffs. When he hesitated, I reminded him that if he resisted, I'd call his dad home, and the punishment would get much longer. He went through with it. The first sniff, eyes wide, instant gag. The second, hands on his knees, dry heaving. The third, stumbling back, groaning, "That's hideous." I leaned in. "It's just a smell, right? Not hurting you. So shouldn't I be able to do this whenever I want, just for fun?" He got the message, or so I thought. Okay, I learned my lesson. He turned to go back inside. I stopped him. "Remember what I said? You don't get to stop just because it's awful. Your sister didn't get to either." He looked like I'd just sentenced him to life. Then I gave him 2 options. 1, hold his nose over the jar for 3 straight minutes. 2, come out with me every hour for another round of 2 sniffs, until I said the lesson stuck. He agonized over it, couldn't handle the 3-minute stretch, so we did hourly visits. By the 4th session, he was visibly worn down, genuinely remorseful. I saw it in his eyes, that shift from annoyed teenage boy to someone who finally got how unfunny it all was. That's when I told him we were done. I reminded him, this was about empathy, about understanding that his sister wasn't too sensitive. She just didn't want to be harassed in her own home, and that if I ever heard of it happening again, we'd go back to the jar, or worse. That night, my daughter and husband came home. It's been quiet since, peaceful. He got the message, and sometimes that message just needs to reach.